and this is the last Marvel Legends of the bunch, so you guys don't have to worry about that. But the next one is another figure that I really wanted, but the Marvel Legends Skaar, the Son of Hulk. So I had the like three and a quarter, 3 3/4, whatever, the little figures of him, and I love that thing. And it got me into the comics of Skaar, and like I read all of them, and then I recently went back and shout out to Comic Explain, but I went back and watched his videos about like the Planet Hulk and World War Hulks and Scar and all that stuff. So I love this character. I think he's cool. Um, and it's good that I have Wolverine because, as you know, Banner and Wolverine fought, and Scar and Dakin. So we just need an updated Dakin. That'd be awesome. Because I think the last one they did was like the Dark Avengers, but that was based on the old Toy Biz models. If it wasn't just Toy Biz itself, with like the ball hips. So you need a new Dakin, especially since they did Warbird from Dark Avengers, and they did Iron Patriot. I feel like he's coming soon, so they'll probably re-release Ares, and then you can add Scar to the Dark Avengers. So, anyway, I really like this character. I think he's cool. He's just a badass barbarian guy. His old power is cool. Like using gravity and amplifying himself. Oh, actually, hold on a second. That's raw as shit. Look at that. Who did this artwork? Is it listed? I'll have to look it up. Because that's just raw. That's like Conan, but Hulk, which I know is a joke that they make about him. But, jeez. I'm just gonna. Where's their tape? That's weird. But I'm actually gonna cut to after I pull him out because this is gonna sound like a nuclear bomb going off. Me ripping him out of the plastic. So give me a second. I've never been so wrong in my entire life. So I popped him out of the plastic, and it was the easiest, quietest one so far. And out of pettiness, I put him back in so I could do it again on camera. Watch this. Ready? Oh, it's not gonna do it now. Hardly any noise. Oh, okay. But anyway, here is Scar, and I'm nervous about them bringing him into the MCU because, number one, that haircut that he had at the end of She-Hulk was not it. Like, that was... I don't even know what you would even call that haircut because it was like completely shaved except for like a little bit of hair that was tied up to a ponytail. He was also wearing clothes, which Scar never does. Um, but anyway, so here he is, and he would definitely benefit from some paint, some like dry brushing and stuff like that, which I will do. Don't worry. Like put some silver on here, black wash it. Same thing, silver, black wash. Probably put a wash on some of this stuff here, like these armor wrap pieces. And this is really nice, by the way. Like, it looks really good. The same thing, like maybe do a wash and some dry brushing here, on here, here, back here. Like, dry brushing on these like fur pieces would look really awesome. Picking out the straps a little bit, maybe do like a black wash on there, some dry brushing. It'll just bring out all these details because they did a really good job of sculpting, like everything. Like, these little straps have like a leathery texture, so it's just kind of flat, but it's definitely nice. So let me just stand him back because he's pretty big. And then, as you can see, this head doesn't really show very much, but it's still badass because you can kind of see his face through the thing. Yeah. Because you could always just like cut these bangs. They're like a soft plastic, so you could always just cut these two bangs off if you really wanted to. But actually, because the eyes look really good, we can see them back in there. So, um, but yeah. Anyway, so and like I said, his hair is a soft plastic. It does hinder the articulation quite a bit, obviously. So if you want the action poses, you're probably gonna have to go with the other head, which I'll show off in a minute. But you can look down about that much, which is pretty good. Um, I wish they would re-release, or I guess redo a World War Hulk or World Breaker Hulk. That'd be really cool. Even if they did like a World Breaker Hulk that was like a con exclusive to where it actually had paint on it, and you just paint him like he's glowing, and just use the normal Hulk body. That'd be really nice. Um, but anyway, so let's go over his accessories before I continue on with the articulation, because why not? So he has this big knife here, which, like I said, could benefit from some. One of my lights died. Chaos. But anyway, it could benefit from some paint, but it looks nice. This is kind of like stone, so it kind of works. But this is gonna go back here in this little pouch. So you're just gonna tuck that bad boy in there. Nice. Next, I'll do his sword. His big old Buster sword. So this one also kind of looks like stone. This will really benefit from a wash and some dry brushing. Like I said, the details are there. I just wish they would do something to bring them out, you know? So this you can just tuck back here in this. Because I always like to go crisscross with my weapons. Look at that. You come across him, you're fucked. There's no other like really way to do it. Like, unless you're the Hulk, you are not winning. But anyway, so let's take his big sword out of there. And lastly, well, I guess it's not lastly, but his alternate head sculpt, which has shorter hair. Oh, shorter hair. But it's windswept, like he's fighting. His eyes are different though. They're like glowing like a solid green, maybe some like white there. This is just showing him like raging out, or maybe using his like old power. So yeah. And then what else we got here? Two alternate hands. They're just for holding his weapons. So just alternate hands for holding his weapons. So let's go over his updated articulation now. So with this head on, he can look all the way up like this. He can look down just as far. Excuse me. No neck articulation, but he can go all the way around. He can go up this much, which is pretty good. He can rotate all the way around, obviously. Bicep swivel. Oh, you see that? His muscles are moving. So the bicep swivel does work. It's just a little stiff. So you can go all the way around there. But the forearms also rotate all the way around. That's why his bicep was moving without it. It is single jointed elbows. I have my Hulk in storage, so I'm not sure if this is something that the like last couple Hulks have had or not. Um, but anyway, because I have the anniversary Hulk. It was like the Toy Biz anniversary one, but I haven't actually unboxed him yet. But anyway, um, this is like glued on, but the hands, yeah, man. If you hit this thing with some paint, it's gonna be a next level figure. But you can see his like tattoos and stuff, which I guess aren't even tattoos because I think he was just born with them. Um, his mom's clan, but I also like his color. He's like kind of a palish minty green as opposed to Hulk's like bright green. Because his like base form is like a little gray kid, and then he hulks out. So, and then he turns into this beast. Like I said, single jointed elbows, and then ab crunch. You can go forward really far, backwards also decently. And then some waist swivel. It's just a little tight. So you can have him really just look menacing. Let's put him in a walking pose then. I always remember when he's like mirror real movements, so you always want to like have one foot and arms be opposite. He's a little stiff though, but that's good because you don't want a big figure like this to lose their rigidity. It's not great, but it still looks good. Butterfly joint, I didn't really go over that, but it's very, very limited. He can go back. Oh, hold on, let me move this knife. Maybe that's. So he can only go back about that much. Which, as you can see, he still has more range here. So you might be able to go in and like shave that out a little bit, but he can't go forward very far because of his pecs. So you might be able to like shave this down a little bit because you wouldn't really be able to notice it otherwise. And then he can go. Oh, well. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Is this reused from like a Build-A-Figure or something? Like Smart Hulk, maybe? No, because he doesn't have. He wears pants. That was weird. Anyway, the splits can go out that far, I guess, before you pop his leg off. He does have thigh swivel. He has double jointed, knees, not pinless. Which is why I'm not sure what parts we're reusing here. Maybe Juggernaut or something? I don't know. No boot swivel. Oh, wait. Yeah, there it is. It's just really tight. So there is boot swivel. You just have to be really careful with it. He's so big. And then ankles, feet. So, anyway, this is a really cool figure. Like I said, I really like this character for a really long time. And so now to have an updated figure of him, because I believe he had a Toy Biz figure back in the day. Because I've seen it at, it's very local now, but it's a local comic book store. It's in Milford, Delaware. It's called Red Bandana. But I like to go there a lot. They have like comic books, cards, figures and stuff like that. But so they have like an older Skaar that I was gonna get, but I ended up not. And then this figure released, so you can buy the old Skaar and the new Skaar at the same place, which is pretty cool. So there he is. Scary man. Yeah, I don't know. I might move these bangs out of the way. Just because they're hiding a really good sculpt, a really good paint on his face and his eyes. Because they're all black with green irises, which is the way that Scar's eyes look. So, like I said, I hope that we get it updated like Ares and other Dark Avengers and stuff like that. So, he looks really badass. I'm actually gonna pose him around a little bit. I didn't really do that with Wolverine or anybody, but um, um, backwards grip on knives, just because you get more agility with it. It's not meant to go this way. I mean, it can. It's not like it can't, but just because of the grip thing, I'll point it out when I put him back on camera. It's very stiff figured, which is good. Like I said, because you want to like him to keep his shape later on. I've changed the pose 3 times before I brought it over to the camera, just because I wasn't happy with it. I don't know. I just can't really get it. But the skirt kind of hinders his articulation a little bit. Let me do something like this. I don't know. I'm not like a great poser. I think I do okay, but I'm also a little out of practice. So, anyway, long story short, this is an awesome figure. And that's another one that, oh, his whole hand popped out. It's another one that I'm really happy to have. Just because I love the character. Executed well. Could have been better, obviously. But all things considered, he, like I said, really came out well. Articulation is decent. Sculpts are amazing. There's really not much else to say about him, to be honest with you. So, pretty badass. All right, so that's it for all the Marvel Legends that I had. Watching this as an individual video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.